Something else we got. Something from Amazon. This one I got for me, and I'm actually going to use it. Look at that guy. You know what that is. It's a folding pruning saw. I'm not an orchardist, so what do I need with a folding pruning saw? My dad always carries them along, and I have lots of those, but they're old. Some are rusty because they've been left out in the woods. What's nice about this one is it folds up. Look at this. 10-inch pruning saw. It's a pull saw, so like if you pull it, it cuts. But you push, it don't cut. Very well. But when you pull it, just drag it in the crosshair. Look how that just cuts into that box. Yeah, it's gonna. I'll use it for cutting trees, clearing trails, and things like that. I will. And well, here's another feature this thing has. You can lock it into this position, so you can really reef down on it and bear down on it with both hands. If you really get some log you need to cut, it's there. That's kind of cool. But that blade locks into position. What's really great about this also is it's a one-handed tool. You can fold it up with one hand and open it with one hand. Fold it up with one hand. Did loosen this screw a little bit and set it up so you could do this with it. That's not really a required thing, but a lot of times in the woods, you're on a trail, you're holding a limb. You got to hold it with your hand, and you want to be able to open up. Look at that. And now it's ready to cut. I'm not going to cut on this one because fiberglass I'm sure will cut, and that would be just a bad thing to do. But look at that. A nice folding. It folds in, and great about this is this handle is semi-straight, but the teeth are tucked away safe. Let's all bring it up here close to you. Would you want these teeth against your flesh? I don't think so. I don't want them on mine either. And like all good saws, this has a slightly offset teeth, so you have a pretty good kerf going there, which is wider than the blade, so the blade can fall down in on the saw cut. Remember, this one cuts on the pull. And I have used several pull type saws, and this one is pretty slick. And look at this. This is rubberized, or rubber. This orange stuff here, gonna be hard to lose that in the brush. And it only weighs just a few ounces. I can strap this to the handlebars on my bike and pack this puppy around real easy. I don't have to carry it in a backpack. I can just strap this onto my bike and take it with me wherever. And so whenever I need it, I can pull that bugger out and it locks into place. Look at that. There's the big tab for locking it. And if you want to close it with one hand, you can. But more importantly, you can deploy it with one hand. We'll show you here these edges here is what locks it in. So the blade locks back in there, and that's how we got that goofy looking here, so you can get on it with both hands and really get heavy, get with it if there's a log out there, something heavy, something very stout. Say something like that fiberglass handle out there. You want to cut it off just to annoy your friends. I could do that with this tool. But yeah, look at that. I can pack this thing around, and in the backpack and stuff. Yeah, it carry. But look at this. This back here part is rubber. Nice wide groove for the blade to go into. So yeah, you can get it off to the side. It's not like a knife. This is a lightweight blade, so it can be bent. It has some flex to it. But remember, it cuts on the pull stroke. This was the knife. Or, excuse me, this was that one there, Fujiwara. It's Japanese anyway. That's all I know. That I've used several Japanese pulling saws. So I got this one. It was like less than 20 bucks. 16 bucks, I think. Delivered from Amazon. Amazon has a whole bunches of them. Something else I got